to be doing some car maintenance since I already paid $3,000 after going in to get my oil changed. I have not had my check engine light come on in definitely over a year, probably 2 years for sure. I had my check engine light come on actually when I replaced my battery in February, what was that? February 2021, because I didn't screw it on all the way and I took it all the way to Mazda, blah, blah. I just didn't screw it on tight enough. Other than that, I do not recall the time my check engine light came on. I've always been really good about maintenance. So it just so happens that I take my car to this place, a non-dealership, to get an oil change, and all this stuff happens. Now, I know that my car needed rotors and brakes and all that because I had already burned through like the shaving them down or whatever that is. And so I know it was time. And from the pictures and videos they showed me, it looked like it was time for the other things. But the spark plugs, like I can do that myself because I watched a YouTube video. So I'm going to do it myself. $3,160. I expected to spend, less than $100 on an oil change. I figured they would tell me something about my brakes and rotors and stuff. So I figured it would be more, but not $3,100 that I do not have. And it just so happens that one of my properties is not rented at the moment. It's up for rent. So I'm paying for that out of pocket. So the stress level is high. It's extremely high. I really hope that my car can last for me until I'm able to get a new vehicle, whenever that is. So let's just go now and pick up my car. I love my car. Just be good to me, please. I don't want to spend this much money on it again. I don't even know if it's worth that much. It's not. Okay. I'm done. I gotta go drop a whole arm and a leg on this. So I have a headache. I've had a headache for over 2 days solid. Nothing has helped. So could it be from this? Possibly, but I do get headaches anyway. So, okay. We're going now. I have my car back. I have my car back. I don't think I've ever been so excited to see my car, to have my car back. It did not do that before. Why? Dude. Please. And I can see it's like, it's that. What is going on here? What is that? And it's moving. What is going on here? Is this loose? Why is it doing that? Is that just not tight? Excuse you. I gotta check my other doors. Okay, I mean, I think it's just loose. Should I tighten it myself? I don't, oh, jeez. Okay, this is the passenger rear. Those are all staying in there secure. I mean, these aren't moving at all. Why is that other one moving? That never did that before. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, it's a number 10. I don't even know what this is. Oh my God, this is like gonna, I'm probably gonna get my drill. This is a Husky and it has a 3.6 degree adjustability, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Why would that come loose? Like, what would they need to do? With the check engine light or something? Like, take apart my door? Okay. I think it's okay now. Okay, so, yeah. Starting to get upset again. Gave me a discount. That was very nice. Thank the Lord. So it was $29.99 exactly. And 66 cents. Labor was $914. Parts were $18.71. Tax at 7% was $196. And you know, it's some change. Oh man. But look at this. He gave me this. This is a food card or a gift card for food. That was really nice because I was really getting pretty pissed in my head. Because your flyer says you can fix anything. But you're a full shop, and I had to buy a steering wheel cover because I'm glad I had that carpet, dude. I Clorox wiped it and almost used this whole thing. It was still dirty. I had to go to Walmart and buy that. Okay. Anyway, vehicle trouble, we fixed everything. But let us earn your trust. You won't regret it. Anyway, I don't even know. Yeah, you would just think with them fixing everything that, like, they would have some of this stuff on hand, like especially the bolt. Oh my gosh. I gotta look at this control arm that I just spent $500+ on. Because the bolt was freaking old. Pissed. Okay, so this bolt is what broke for the alignment, but this one they could get off. And so then they said if they can get the bushing off, then great, they'll just replace the bushing. But they had to cut into the control arm, so look at that beautiful new control arm. All I know about it is that it has to do with alignment or something. I don't even know what that nonsense is. I'm going to replace my own spark plugs. I'm filming too much of this video. I'm done talking about this now because we're going to come back and replace my own spark plugs and do my cabin filter. Because I can't remember correctly. I think they were wanting to, anyway, we'll just come back, okay? I have my car back, so that's good. We can continue on our recording. We did 12 videos between my two channels, September 2022, 6 on each. So I would like to continue that schedule. And, we'll go from there. Be more productive and do better on YouTube because I need to make some money to fund this repair and eventually get a new car. So we'll be back when the spark plugs get here from Amazon.com. I did not realize that so much was going to come up and the absolute hassle that ensued with being told the first day that things were running smoothly, and then getting the call the next morning that actually this happened and that happened. So just to go over the items that I had done. Oil change, definitely needed that. My washer fluid hose that you pour the washer fluid in is leaking. I mean, I don't really care about that. I can just refill it. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, there it is. See that? Can I just put some Flick Seal over that? Drive belts, they were cracked and worn. The cabin air filter, that is something I've changed before, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that now. I change my air filter in the engine because I have a box over it for my outdoor lights stuff. That covers it and makes it a hassle for people to get to. Rear pads and shoes, those were rough. Rear brake rotors. And then what I really did like about this location is that they included pictures and even videos, which I will share, so that I could see what in the world they were talking about. Do I know what they look like when they are pristine? No, I have no idea, but they look to be in bad condition. So steering components, the tie rod end boots were cracking or missing. Replace the driver's side outer tie rod. It said driver's side, but it was both the driver and the passenger. There were loose lower ball joints. Replace driver's side front lower ball joint. And then there's also sway bar link boots were torn. And please, I am interested to know what you think about the pictures and the videos, what condition these items were in, because I do not know what I'm looking at. Every time I go in to get my car repaired, they always seem to bring up spark plugs. I have had them redone once before. Overall, they really did have good customer service. They were constantly in contact. I'm still put off by their first contact with me on the first day I left my car there, because they were like, everything went smoothly and we'll have it ready by tomorrow. Well, then I get a call at 8 in the morning that things had not gone smoothly. So I think they knew that evening that things had not gone smoothly. However, they were very responsive. They did come and talk to me. A lot of times they were the ones who reached out to me first, which was great. They do say that they are an all-encompassing automotive shop and they fix everything, so why they didn't have a simple bolt, and maybe it's not that simple, okay? Maybe it's not that simple, but why they didn't have this bolt is beyond me. With that, let's go ahead and get started on these spark plugs. Here is the air filter for the cabin. That needs to be changed. Over there. I have my, socket wrench, but I went and had to buy an extension. This is 6 inches, and then I bought a magnetic spark plug socket. And then these were the spark plugs that came recommended. This cost me $45. I think, I can't remember because it's not showing the list anymore when I declined that service. It was somewhere around the $200 range. I might be wrong. Maybe it was $120. It was over $100. I know that because I was like, I am going to do that myself to save some money. So here we are going to replace spark plugs in my car. Actually, before I got my car back, their quality control person took my car out for a drive and the check engine light immediately came off. They ran some tests. They cleaned off the MAF, M-A-F. I don't know what that is, but they drove it again and they pulled the spark plugs, looked at those, and it said that, because I didn't see any description of what the spark plugs were on the initial report, to have them fix it. And so when they were running through what the errors could be for the check engine light, it said that the spark plugs are worn, but they're not cracked or damaged. So I was kind of like, why would they recommend that I change the spark plugs? Now let's get on to the spark plugs. Okay, you're just supposed to be able to pull this thing up. Okay. Ugh. Dusty. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out these bolts first, and I read the comments a lot in other videos too, and somebody recommended just to do one spark plug at a time, so I'm actually going to do that. That is so dirty. A lot of times these car things are 10 millimeter. That is not a 10 millimeter. Let's try 5/16. Oh yeah, that's a nice fit. You know what, these gloves, honestly, they kind of feel like they're in the way. All right. Okay, so this is lefty loosey. This recordings better be. I want evidence. Or maybe I don't want evidence that I did this in case something happens. Okay. Ugh. All right. Okay, these are, I need different gloves, okay? These are too bulky. These are not as tight as you probably want, but it's better than those other ones. You know what? What am I doing? Let's do this. Yeah, that's way better. Duh. Okay. Put that there. All right. Oh, wow. Why do they charge so much for this? Okay. Hope this will be long enough. You know, there's like a system to these things. Dang, dude. Oh, finally. Wow. Look at that. Mazda. I only ever got my maintenance done at the dealership, and this latest maintenance, I was a little bummed that I didn't go to the dealership. So here we are. Is that gonna stay there? Okay, the YouTube video I watched said that if it's silver on the threads, you don't need to use anti-seize, if that's what he said. So we're gonna put this in now. Do they look the same? Sure. Is that what's worn right there? This thing? Is that what's the worn part? Oh yeah, that's dirty. Okay. I'm getting my drill out. Okay, let's see. If it's not in there, it should come. Okay, I'm getting my drill. This is ridiculous. I found this thing. Is that how it's gonna work? Ooh, that's nice. I turned the torque all the way down mostly, just in case. I don't know. All right. Oh, that's not. I have a little problem. Okay. Maybe I will not be using my drill. I think I may have found something that will work. It's this thing. Maybe this is what I need. Is it? I don't know, man. I'm not feeling very confident. No, I don't have anything. I don't have any. Okay, I guess I have to. Where's this? It's like a puzzle. No. All right. Carrying on. Okay. There we have that. 20 minutes later. I mean, how tight do I need to make that? I have no idea. Let me just do it again. Yeah, is that fine? Hand tight, okay. All right, now I will do the rest of these. Is this recording? I swear. Okay, now I will finish the rest of these and we'll be back. Okay. Okay, all done there. Let's put the bolts on now. See if I can use a screwdriver for that. I don't know if I need to have these bolts in and these tightened down to try to turn on the engine or what, but just in case. That's what we're gonna do. I don't have an adapter. That was my whole problem. Duh, Rachel. Shall we try it? Get this stuff off here that could fall in. Did you guys hear that? It sounded like a spray of something. I mean, I think it's fine. I think we're good. If we're not, somebody will tell me. Alright, so... Just for, is that for looks? My thoughts on replacing spark plugs. Easy, very easy once you get all the tools. Why do they charge so much to replace spark plugs? And why are they always talking about you need your spark plugs replaced? I would highly recommend changing your own spark plugs. If you don't know how, look up some videos on YouTube and see if there are any out there. And if they're not, maybe you can research it and make your own video for other people. But it started. It's working. Now time for the cabin air filter. Pinch the sides. Something like that. Okay, and it releases the... Ew! Tabs. These are what's holding it in there. And then it's just right in here. Ew. Yeah, I would say it's time to change. Nasty. Beautiful, as Lexi would say. Like, how could this be so difficult? Is there something back there? What's going on? Why? What? Oh, there's these things. That'll probably be good to get them in there. Okay. Alright. Okay. There we go. And there we have it. That wraps up this video. The most challenging part was putting the glove box back in. Who would have thought? I highly recommend doing a little research and seeing what kind of videos there are that will help you with some easy car maintenance, like changing the air filters. I didn't even know a cabin air filter existed until I was searching how to replace the engine air filter. I was like, what? A cabin air filter? Never even knew. Spark plugs, I'm glad that I did that myself. There was a little cost up front as far as the magnetic socket, wrench, adapter socket thing goes, and the extension, but other than that, that's all there was to it, and the spark plugs, of course. Let me know if there's any car maintenance that you do on your own car and how it's turned out, and hopefully this has inspired some of you to attempt some car maintenance on your own. And I thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. All I want to do right now is cry, and I'm not going to. Just cry out of frustration. Maybe I'm going